A very good morning to my madam and all my audience. My name is ONG, matrix number 277913. As you can see, the purpose of this video is to persuade my audience to getting COVID-19 vaccine. So in this video, I will provide 3 of the reasons why we need to getting vaccines. Before I start the speech, I have a question for you all. Have you all fully vaccinated? How was the feeling after the 3 doses of the COVID-19 vaccines? Not worse like other people say, right? Yes, it is because COVID-19 vaccine is the protection for us in nowadays. In this speech, I will make you change your mind in why we need to get fully of the vaccine COVID-19. In the past of 2 years, our life has become very different. The work is different, the social life is different, and the entertainment also different. But why? Why we are affected by the COVID-19? Have you all asked yourself before? This is because COVID-19 is a very highly contagious virus. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, most of the people faced with COVID-19 have some symptoms such as cold, fever, and runny nose. It is also will cause a deadly, especially for the people who are old or the people who in long-term illness. Therefore, in order to protect them more, all people need to get vaccines, and the vaccination should be given priority to the old people and those who in chronic disease. Here, I will explain why we need COVID-19 vaccines. The first reason why we need to getting vaccine of COVID-19 is because it is a secure and reliable method of getting protections. Since we are aware that the COVID-19 virus has an extremely high rate of the contagious, it may only need to remain in close contact with you for a short period of time in order to pass the virus to you. You may also infect those around you without knowing it. It's a very scary thing, but we can reduce the unnecessary risk by getting the vaccines. So, answer to the question just now, why should we get the vaccine of COVID-19? Of course, the most important things is to protect those around us. But I want to tell you all more about why we need to getting vaccines. The vaccination of the COVID-19 provides you a protection by eliciting an antibody response without you to need to experience the illness. So it is because getting sick with the COVID-19 can have a serious consequence. Even in children, contracting with the COVID-19 can cause us a several illness or death. After contracting the COVID-19, you may have a very serious chronic healthy issues. So even those who are not have any symptoms at the time of the infection can also face the chronic health issue. But the person who getting vaccine and infected with the COVID-19 may acquire some protections. So however, the extent and duration of this protection was limited, depending on the intensity and age of a person's sickness, immunity, or we call protections. That's why we need the vaccine in first, second, third dose or even more to protect us. Therefore, the vaccination of the COVID-19 is a rapid and risk-free method to protect us. Next, COVID-19 vaccination can reduce the patient mortality. COVID-19 is a deadly virus, especially for the old people and those with chronic disease. Infected people are likely to experience symptoms such as fever and muscle ache. According to the CIDRAP research, 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine were 91% effective in preventing the rise among COVID-19 patients in age among 12 to 18 years. It is true that you can still become infected after the vaccinations, but once a larger proportion of the population is vaccinated, your risk will decrease. due to the herd immunity. Vaccination therefore not only reduces the likelihood of infection but also contributes to community protection by decreasing the likelihood of virus transmissions. It is because after the first vaccinations, the body starts to release the antibodies against to the coronavirus. This antibody helps your immune system combat the virus if you are exposed to it, thereby decreasing your likelihood of contracting the disease and mortality. Last but not least, COVID-19 vaccines are safe for the children and adults. Vaccines are typically require a long time to research and development, but COVID-19 is a global issue, so the research and development have been hastened. Although the COVID-19 vaccine was speedily developed, but every effort was taken to ensure their safety and efficacy. Vaccine contain the inactive portion of a certain organism, or we call antigens, which is what causes an immune response with the body. Vaccines are used to prevent the disease. These bigger versions does not cause any infection in the people who have received the vaccinations, but it does stimulate their immune system to respond as if it were the first time their immune system were responding to the actual pathogens. This bigger form will not cause any sickness in the person who received the vaccinations, regardless of whether the vaccine contains the antigen itself or the body's blueprint for making the antigens. In conclusion, the vaccination of COVID-19 is a quick and safe protection method. When a large number of the people in society become vaccinated, the pathogen has a difficult time to spreading throughout the populations because the majority of the people it comes to immune to it. As a result, the larger number of individuals who are immunized, the less probable it is that those individuals who cannot be protected by the immunizations will be exposed to the harmful pathogens in the first place. When you get vaccinated, you not only protect yourself, but you also protect those the community who might not be able to get the vaccines. Get immunized if you can. Doing so is strongly recommended. I hope my speech can help you. That's all for me. Thank you.